Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are from Group 6. We will explain about our assignment. But before,
We want to introduce ourselves. My name is Suciati and my friend.
My name is Ilham Akbar Darmaji.
And my name is Resi Effendi.
And the last is Melda Srikandi. Okay, now we want to explain it and watch it. Okay, for assignment 1, that is what is the language. According to Sapir, 19 and 21, language is a purely non-institutive method of communicating ideas, emotion, and desire by means voluntary and produced and symbolist. And then the second is according to from Kin ATL 2007, step of that to understand our humanity. The first one must understand the nature of language that makes us a human.
Okay, now I'm going to explain the history of English language. According to Muhammad Reski Rashak, the history of English language is started from the arrival from Germanic tribes during the 5th century. These tribes is divided into three tribes that are English, Saxons, and Jutes. With the coming of Renaissance, the English language is developed into several periods, and Old English is really different from English today. Old English comes from Germanic tribes, and they are sounds or they are not sound or look like the English today. They are really different. Okay, next will be my friend's time. Thank you.
For the Middle English, the new conquerors called the Normans brought with them a kind of French, which became the language of the royal court and the ruling and business class. For a period there was a kind of linguistic, where the lower class spoke English and the upper class spoke French. In the 14th century, English became dominant in Britain again, but with many French words added. And modern English, proper similar in most respect to that spoken today, was in place by the late 17th century. The English language came to be exported to other parts for the world like British colonization, Ireland, US, Canada, Australia, and elsewhere.
A History of the English Language by Albert Seebohm and Thomas Kalb. Think 5 points. The first point is about a history of the English language as cultural subject. It means the history of a language is intimately bound up with the history of the people who speak it. And the second point is influence at work on language. It means focus on national life have generally had a recognizable effect on their language. And the third point is growth and decay. It means it has not changed for nearly 2,000 years, and change that is constantly going on a living language can be most easily. So the fourth point is the importance of a language. It means the focus on the political, economic, and then technological and military even may or may not reflect it. So the 5 point is the importance of English. It means spoken by more than 318 million people in the United Kingdom. So, comparable to English in the reflecting to force of history. Text 2, the first question is about language more than speech, true or false? And the second question is animals have lung, true or false? Okay, I want to answer the question of number 1. Language more than speech, true or false? I answer true, because deaf people produce and understand sign language. Just hearing persons produce and understand spoken language. The language of the deaf communities throughout the world are equivalent to spoken language, different only in their modality, expressions, and spoken English. And the answer the question of number 2 is animals have lung, true or false? I answer true, because animals use a system called language, and the system uses more varied formal media, but each form is a sign conveying definitive meaning. For animals, the form of the signal may be visual, auditory, and olfactory.
The number 3 is what are part of knowing language? Part of knowing language means knowing that sounds are in that language and what sounds are not. One way this unconscious knowledge is revealed is by the way speakers of one language pronounce word from another language.
Okay, number 4. What is grammar? Grammar is knowledge that speakers have about the units and the rules for the language. There are some rules for combining the words into the words into sounds, which called phonology, and the rules for combining the words into phrases and the phrases into sentences, that we called syntax, and the rules for word formation we called morphology, and the rules for assigning meaning that we called semantics.
Okay, number 4, the importance of language. Language become important because of events that shape the balance of power among nations. This political, economic, technological, and military events not reflect favorably in a moral sense. The importance of English. English is the most important language of the world. English, however, is not the most widely used native language in the world.
Okay, I think that's all from our presentation. We hope you can gain many knowledge so you can use it and maybe you can get it for your best future. Okay, thanks. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.